So let me look up this for my friend here. The Deer Hunter, is there anybody here? Okay, stand by. All right. All right, guys. Thank you, Doranor, for your donation. And we're going to listen to The Deer Hunter, and the track is There Anybody Here? All right.
I lay my body down to rest my weary head. I think I left someone there. I left myself for dead.
Slight callback, Eleanor Rigby Beatles kind of thing.
Is there anybody here who can tell me where I am, or at least where I have been? Because I fear I'm lost and I cannot be found I left my soul exposed to frail hands who hold my fate up in the air. Oh, and through their fingers fall the meaning of it all. Down to the floor it goes. Is there anybody?
So Coheed and Cambria vibes. That's what I was thinking. That's exactly when you put the second time you've done that on this session. I thought you typed it. Totally has the Coheed and Cambria, if I'm saying that right, vibes. I love the opening though. The opening kind of had a little bit of that Beatles, Eleanor Rigby kind of vibe. Obviously, not rubber stamped it, but had that vibe. And this is a great example of what I was saying about earlier on how in engineering you'll take something that's organic like strings and mess around with it, and that's what they did in that opening. There was some washiness that was going on with the strings. I'm sure it was going with the lyrical aspect of what was happening, but I love how this kind of slowed. It was just this little meandering kind of excuse me, noodle into your head kind of vibe. And then once we got into that kind of doom 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 and I love that space in the the bass left in the arrangement. I love that stuff, man. That stuff is like kind of, and it was kind of, it had a little bit of a tango, but like a creepy tango-ness kind of vibe. You know, I love this guy's voice too. I don't know who the singer, what the name of the singer is on this. Doranor, maybe you can tell me who that is. But Casey Crescenzo. Yeah, what a great sounding voice. But I love that. I love the bass arrangement on this. And I love it when because it just does that thing to you. You're listening, you get into a pattern. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, 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 ding, boom, boom, boom. You know, it keeps you in. It's an arrangement hook.
Fires from dying embers. I try to
Little Pink Floydy there.
Disconnect within a devil in the alchemy, a phantom staring back at me. It's you. So is there anybody who can tell me where I am, or at least where I have been? Because I fear I'm lost and I cannot be found
Nice reach with the voice.
again.
Did you guys hear the little bell arrangements before? This little section, this last 16 bars that we just heard. Did you hear the little bell arrangements that were back in there? I like that. That's the stuff that I reach for when I'm listening to music, is the stuff that all the other things that a lot of times most folks may not catch on and stuff like that. But I love to dig on things. There's this little bell arrangement vibe going in there. And I can see some people kind of agreed with me on the Pink Floyd aspect of it. Just, these are just little things, it's, when we can, excuse me, I'm so sorry. When we can pull some of these influence and stuff. I did see, who was saying, was it Pander? That they could kind of, cross over into a metalcore and changing, between the Buried and Me kind of vibe. Yes, absolutely. And also somebody else had mentioned, I think, who was it? That's like Silverchair as well. Actually, I've done some Silverchair on my Decomposer Lounge. And that's another great band. I really dig that band there, but let's continue on.
Just waking in the afternoon, I'm captive in a
There's that bell.
tomb. Moments turn to
No, it's not there.
long December, stoking fires from dying embers. I try to move them in, but there's a disconnect within, a devil in the alchemy, a phantom
Great background vocals too.
at me, a pain I simply can't express, troubles I have long repressed.
I like that super mature songwriting. That's very well said. I love that. Oh, what a great sound on that guitar. That was one of the best guitar tones I've heard in a long time, let alone performance. leaves us hanging without the end, without the resolve to that. I was waiting to hear. If it was gonna do something crazy, like go right into the major of that or something. That was one of the most insanely wonderful guitar tones during that solo, and I was trying to nail it too. It's like sounded a little bit like somebody else, and I say that with respect. That other, God, I can't remember. That guitar tone reminded me, but you guys are saying that this is the guitar player is the singer as well, and it's kind of close to the singer's kind of more the composer and stuff. Let me tell you something. The structure of the solo that was played on the guitar was absolutely wonderful, with unique passages in intervals without getting too flashy. You know what I'm talking about, right? You know, so if you got these really nice intervals that you're going to play on your guitar, or even on the piano or whatever, and usually this happens with polyphonic instruments, or where you could do stuff like ba ba ga ba. You can tap and do stuff like that. Didn't need any of that extra part of the interval and stuff like that. But I'm sitting there going, now it's making sense to me. If the singer is the guitar player, thanks, brother. If the guitar player is the vocalist, it's the same machine writing the melody. Yeah? So now that all made really sense to me. I think this is great, man. I'm gonna listen to this track again. So Dornor, thank you so much for hitting the button again and making sure that I covered the tracks there on the donation.